always the same problem. I could just never oh, right in front of me. I can never find a lighter. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the smoke session. Still loving my Master Kush. Ooh, so good. So I actually found a pretty good story. It's not so much related to marijuana as much as it's related to crime throughout the years as marijuana has become legal. So more of the story is about the numbers in crime and how much crime we have. I mean, according to prohibitionists, by now, since we have been legalizing, we should be ridden with crime and lots of just people on the street trying to kill one another over marijuana and stuff. So let's get into the story. More people than ever are starting to use marijuana in the US, and crime rate is at its lowest in 20 years and declining. Are these facts actually related? They probably shouldn't be. Well, when you look at it, you have to actually look at the different reports and what actually is a crime. Right now, people are realizing cannabis use doesn't cause crime. They see this because more and more they are finding out they know somebody who uses cannabis. Well, that's true. More and more you're finding out that your neighbor smokes, or your grandmother smokes, or your uncle, or your cousin, or your brother, or somebody you know probably uses marijuana in some way, shape, or form. So, are these people criminals? Well, some law officials like to try to think so. Law officials out there really crack down on marijuana and how marijuana is going to affect the crime rate and blah 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 and all this other stuff. So, how exactly do we report crimes? There are two types of criminal reports or crime reports. One is the offensive data reports, which collects information on violent crimes, including murder, aggravated assault, rape, and robbery. It also collects on property crimes, including burglary, larceny, which is theft, motor vehicle theft, and arson. So that's the first part of our crime report, is those crimes that are been reported. Not necessarily have been solved, but have been reported. The second one monitors the amount of arrests made. So here we're monitoring 8 different ones in one, and just how many are actually legal arrest, and basically all the information based on arrest. That's actually good because you want to know what's the race, what's the, there's a lot of things. How tall is he? Does he have tattoos? Is he pierced? There's a lot of information based on the arrest that they have to collect. So between 1995 and 2015, the offensive data report shows a 47% drop in violent crime and a 43% drop in property crime. So within the last 20 years, there's almost a 50% drop in reported crime. Maybe people just aren't reporting it anymore. It takes the police almost an hour and a half to 2 hours to actually get out to you. By that time, it's like, all right, I've been shot 3 times and bleeding to death, but Thank you for showing up. One of my favorite comedy skits is the guy sitting. There's a what was it on Scary Movie where she types in "white woman in trouble" and all the cops within seconds. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm just gonna tell them "white woman in trouble," whether it's true or not. Just remember that out there. You need the cops to hurry up. Just tell them "white woman in trouble." Now, there is another term for these type of crimes. These crimes are called street crimes, basically. There's also there's also another crime that's out there that's committed that's not talked about so much, but is actually a lot more dangerous than street crime, and it's white collar crimes. Now, the street crimes cause an economic loss of less than $20 billion annually. That's a lot of money for street crimes. That's everything I discussed: murders, larceny, car theft, arson, all that stuff. All that stuff costs around $20 billion. But our other crime, the white collar crime, which includes stuff like fraud, identity theft, embezzlement, unsafe products, and/or working conditions. These white collar crimes actually cause the economic loss of around $300 billion annually. That's a heck of a lot more money. So these white collar crimes that continue on, I actually just read on Facebook, just happened to my cousin here, not just last week. They got a call from a IRS agent stating that there were some discrepancies in their taxes between 1993 and blah blah blah, and they sound really legit about it, and they go on and on saying how they now owe money and they need to start paying this money and blah blah blah. And that's actually a federal crime. They're actually imitating a federal officer trying to get you to pay money. Some people are getting scared and paying money. I feel sorry for the people who actually pay the money, but at the same time, these people are criminals. Me personally, I think I got a call something like that before, and I tell them to prove it to me. I won't even accept a phone call for my student loans anymore because I don't trust it. Send me paperwork by mail. Let me see this stuff. I don't trust phone calls anymore when they're trying to ask me for money. Sorry, I don't talk money over the phone. But the percentage show that as the street crimes percentage are actually starting to go down, it seems the public priorities are shifting in what crimes we want to see taken care of. Basically, it's true. We want to see these white collar crimes. I don't want somebody calling my house claiming they're the IRS and threatening my job and threatening this and threatening that and threatening to take my home just because. Who are you? You're not even the IRS. You're calling me from a Michigan number. I tried to call it back and I can't get a hold of nobody. But now the next question stands: if there's less crime, does this mean there's going to be less jobs for cops? Actually, the answer would be no. In fact, the police force will need special training to deal with the white collar crimes, and there will always be a need for patrol to keep violent crime down. So in the end, there will always be a need for police officers to patrol around and actually keep an eye on stuff so the violent crime doesn't just start happening again. We don't want that to pick up. But at the same time, we're going to have to watch out for these white collar crimes. We're going to need special officers that can, detect these type of things or crack down on these type of things and find out what's going on, where to go to, what to do. I mean, I don't want a white collar crime happening to me. My identity's my identity. I enjoy it and I like it. So I'm going to head out of here and give you guys a short video for Friday. And of course, a 2-day break because I don't like making videos on Saturday and Sunday. So like I always tell you guys, pack a bowl before you smoke it. Oops. So I guess this video is not going to be as short as I thought it was going to be. So now you got to watch me pack a nice fresh bowl. No complaints here. I love green ribs. So now I'm back to my original position. As I always tell you guys, educate before you medicate. You all have a peaceful, positive, and productive day. Coming at you.